Allow me to break the ice. The name is Freeze. Learn it well, for it's a chilling sound of your doom. Yeah, because this film was doomed from the very start of production. Oh my god. What's up, guys? I'm going to be doing a movie review today, and that is Batman and Robin. You guys pretty much have a good idea that this is going to be a rant. You guys knew this was coming. I've never liked this movie. It's one of those movies, it's so bad it's good maybe, but at the same time, it's so over the top with its cringe and campiness that it's overkill. Oh my god. It's just embarrassing to watch at times. I can laugh at some things because it's so over the top of its cheesiness and bad puns. But oh my god. So yeah, this film was directed once again by Joe Schumacher, who previously did Batman Forever, and it stars George Clooney as Batman. Yeah. And Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. Chris O'Donnell reprising his role as Robin. And Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. And Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl. I haven't seen this film in quite some time. I watched it again on Blu-ray, high definition, and this film has not aged well at all. I mean, it was never a good film. When I first saw the film, you know, I didn't see it in the theater. I refused to see it in the theater. You know, when they announced George Clooney was going to play Batman, and they showed the trailer, I'm like, no, I'm going to skip this. And then I saw the film, you know, when I rented it, and oh my god, this film was worse than I thought it would be. You know, I thought maybe it would be kind of similar to Batman Forever a little bit, but no. They took this in an entirely different direction than from Batman Forever. Batman Forever had a nice balance of things. You know, they had the silly Saturday morning cartoon campiness to it, but they also had a seriousness to it. You know, but this film is just, they went all out. They just basically made a 2-hour toy commercial. Because apparently the toy company, their toy line, was involved in the making of this film. They wanted to sell more toys. And so that's what happened. They made this film because they wanted to sell more toys. That's why it is the way it is. And it's like, it starts off so bad. You know this film is just doomed. from the very start, from the opening scene, where Batman and Robin, and I kid you not, Batman and Robin are putting on their costumes and all their gear, and it shows up close bouncing butt shots from Batman and Robin. I kid you not. This is your opening scene. What were they thinking? Was this supposed to be a comedy? Like, was this supposed to be, like, funny or something? To have this in the beginning of your film? Oh my god, it's just ridiculous. I mean, already you know this film is just bad from the very beginning. It's like, okay. And so they're about to leave the Bat Cave. You know, Robin, tells Batman, I want a car. Chicks dig the car. And Batman's like, this is why Superman works alone. This is so stupid. I like the line better in Batman Forever when Batman said to Chase Meridian, it's a car, right? Chicks love the car. That was funny. I mean, this is just stupid. And then they're about to leave, and Robin tells Alfred, Don't wait up, Al. And then Alfred's like, I'll cancel the pizzas. Really? This is your type of dialogue. And it's just so much cringe and so much innuendo as well. I mean, especially the opening sequence. I mean, this is supposed to be a family film. And you got bouncing butt shots from Batman and Robin. A family film. And more aimed for kids. What the fuck? Who the fuck wrote this? So, they gotta stop Mr. Freeze because he's trying to steal diamonds. I guess his wife is terminally ill. He's trying to find a cure or something. He's also needs these diamonds because he needs to stay in the cold. He was in an accident, and so they're trying to stop Mr. Freeze, and they're using hockey sticks to catch a diamond. They're playing ice hockey with a bunch of goons, trying to catch a diamond. And Mr. Freeze is saying all these puns. It's like, what the hell? He says nothing but one-liners. That's his dialogue. Let's kick some ice. Cool party. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. The Iceman cometh. Winter has come at last. Hi, Freeze. I'm Batman. Of course, you gotta throw that line in there. Batman says that to Mr. Freeze, and then, I kid you not, he slides down a frickin' dinosaur like he's Fred Flintstone. Yabba dabba doo! Flintstones, meet the Flintstones! What the fuck? What the fuck? So, at one point, Mr. Freeze, he freezes Robin. I don't know what he says. Cool off, bird boy or something. And Batman has to save Robin. At one point, during this whole fight, this Robin and Batman trying to stop Mr. Freeze, they're like surfing in the air. And Robin says, "Cowabunga!" It's like, you can't take this seriously. I mean, obviously, they're trying to make a comedy or something. They're trying to make it more like the 60s Batman. I mean, they're really, really amping it up, where it's even more cheesier than the 60s Batman TV show. I never thought that could be possible, but they actually accomplished that in this film. I mean, this is pretty bad. And, my problem with this film is like Batman and Robin, Bruce Wayne, Dick Grayson, they're always butting heads. There's always, they're always in conflict because Robin is mad at Bruce because Bruce doesn't trust, Dick Grayson. Dick is like, you should trust me, and Bruce doesn't trust him because, he's like on the edge, he's like a daredevil, and he's going to get himself hurt, possibly killed. And so Bruce is always, he's holding him back. He stops him from getting in dangerous situations. So there's conflict. And then you're introduced to Poison Ivy, which I didn't mind Uma Thurman playing the part. The problem with it is just she's in the wrong film. I didn't mind the way she talked, her delivery and her lines, the way she looked as Poison Ivy. It's just the wrong film because it's just silly and over the top with its campiness. But if she was in a better film, like a more darker, edgy Batman film that was more serious, her performance would have been a lot better. But it's just ridiculous. But I didn't mind Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. She just needed to be in better film, that was all. But, Batman and Robin are like fighting over her. Because she put a love spell on them. And any man that kisses her, they die. Because her lips are made of venom. So she's trying to kill them at some point. But she's got Bane, which is ridiculous how they treat his character in this film. His character is not justified at all. Bane was a very threatening character. He broke Batman's back in the comic books, but in here he's a bumbling idiot that says one line. He repeats everything that Poison Ivy says. She's in the back seat of the car, Bane is driving, and she's like, "Bane, step on it." And he's like, "Yes, step." And then at one point, Bane is putting down bombs, one by one. And he's like, "Bomb!" He puts down another bomb. Bomb! He keeps saying it over and over again. Bomb! 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 It's just so bad. But it makes me laugh because it's so bad. This film definitely belongs in my bad movie series of videos that I do. because it's just a really bad film. If people like this film, that's fine. I mean, I can't say I was bored with this film. It's entertaining, I guess, but it's also really bad. But, yeah, it's just ridiculous, this film. There's a lot of stuff going on with the characters. There's too many villains. There's too many superheroes. I mean, you got Batgirl that gets introduced in this film. And I can't remember her last name, but I do know it's Barbara Gordon in the 60s Batman TV show and the comic books. But they changed her last name, and the reason why is because she's no longer related to Commissioner Gordon. She's related to Alfred. Her name is Barbara Wilson instead of Barbara Gordon in this film. She's Alfred's niece. So she goes and visits her uncle Alfred, and she's pretty much there to, keep him comfortable because he's dying, actually, in this film. And they have to find a cure for him. And that's probably the best part about this film, is probably, Alicia Silverstone playing Batgirl. I didn't mind her suit. I didn't mind her character. There's not a lot of character development, but, you get to learn a little bit about her as far as, her parents died as well. She's kind of living on the edge, kind of like the Aerosmith, videos, because she was in a couple of those. Living on the edge. But she's like kind of a daredevil, kind of like Robin. They both can relate to each other. She's kind of like sneaking out late at night, taking one of Bruce Wayne's motorcycles from Wayne Manor, and she's like racing, just being, on the edge, and taking too many risks, and I guess she's doing it for money. She's just racing. But, I didn't mind her character at all. I mean, what I liked about, the Batgirl character, or Barbara Wilson, was that she was pretty much what brought everyone together as a family. That was cool. Alfred's character development here was actually nice. He was basically a father figure to Bruce Wayne. And there's a lot of flashbacks of Bruce remembering Alfred when he was a kid, both of them going and visiting his parents' grave, and Alfred always being there for him, as a father figure. So that was pretty cool. But there's not enough of that. This film is mostly played for laughs, to be, campy, and they just go too far. It's just over the top. It's just too much. And Bruce Wayne actually has a love interest in this film. Actually, he has, I guess, two, technically, but he actually has a normal woman who's a love interest that's barely in the film. And she's some supermodel from, like, Sports Illustrated. I'm like, okay. She's barely in the film. I think her name's L.A. McPherson or something. I swear she's got maybe like 5 minutes of screen time throughout the 2-hour film I watched. And like nothing really happens with them. She, leaves him at some point, I guess. You never see her again. she was like wanting to get married, and he was too afraid of commitment and wanted to remain a bachelor. But at the same time, he's trying to go after Poison Ivy. At one point, Batman and Robin are fighting over Poison Ivy. And she's on like an auction where people are like bidding on her. So they're bidding money on her. And freaking Batman pulls out a Batman credit card. A Bat card. And he says to Robin, never leave the cave without it. What the fuck? Really? What the fuck? This is the type of movie. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, visually this film is interesting. I mean, the production and statues and, you know, the way Gotham City looks and everything, and I say it's visually a nice looking film. But it's just the story's bad. And the dialogue's terrible. I mean, it's like a 2-hour, toy commercial is basically what it is. At one point, Mr. Freeze is tapping his feet, and he's trying to get his bunch of goons to sing along with this claymation animated movie. I guess it's like Jack Frost. And he's telling his goons, sing! 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 Come on! What the hell? What the hell? Really? I can't believe the dialogue in this film. What were they thinking? It's just over the top. Arnold Schwarzenegger's performance is so over the top. I mean, he's funny when he does one-liners in his other films, but this is overkill. This is too much. This probably was the beginning of, his downfall a little bit. He's still popular, but, as far as him, a lot of people seeing his films, this was definitely one of those films that kind of hurt his career. It hurt a lot of people's career. This film, Alicia Silverstone, I don't think she ever recovered after this film. This film was just a disaster. It didn't do well in the box office. It was career suicide. It was just not a good film to get involved in at all. George Clooney as Batman. Holy hell, Batman. Holy hell. Is he a bad Batman? He's the worst. He is the worst, absolute worst. What were they thinking of picking George Clooney as Batman? He is not a good Bruce Wayne or Batman. Especially Bruce Wayne. He doesn't act like a tortured soul at all. Who acts like, he's brooding. He has where he's conflicted, he has a dual personality. You know what I mean? He's he doesn't he just acts like a happy-go-lucky type of guy. He's always smiling. He's nothing like Bruce Wayne from the previous films. They acted like, their parents got killed by a crazy madman that was the Joker. Here, Bruce Wayne is just all smiles. And it's because George Clooney is not even trying. He's not even trying. He's there because it was an opportunity and he took it. And he did a terrible job. It was an opportunity he couldn't pass up, because who wouldn't want to play Batman? He even said in interviews, he apologized. He said he just took it. Just because it was Batman. And he's like, anyone else would have done the same thing. Probably. But at the same time, I think, people like Michael Keaton and others, they have some kind of integrity. They're like, I'm not going to even touch that. I'm not even going near that film. And he did. It didn't really hurt his career, but with everyone else involved, the people, involved in making this film, it seriously hurt Warner Brothers to the point where they canceled the 5th Batman film that they were going to make after this. That was going to have George Clooney back again and others. It was called Batman Triumph or Batman Unchained. I can't remember which one. It was one of those titles. They canceled that, and they also canceled Superman Lives, with Nicolas Cage playing Superman, Sandra Bullock playing Lois Lane, and Tim Burton was going to direct it. Yeah, this film was the reason why that film, Superman Lives, got canceled. Yeah. So that's another reason not to like this movie. So, yeah. But, it's just, eventually, they stopped the villains, and you find out that Poison Ivy was trying to kill, or actually she did kill, Mr. Freeze's wife. And so Mr. Freeze has a change of heart with Batman and Robin, and so he gives them a cure to save Alfred from dying. And then Alfred's fine, and they're all together, Barbara, Bruce Wayne, and Dick Grayson and Alfred. And Alfred tells them, he's like, well, we're gonna need a bigger cave. And that's how it ends. Like, oh my god, I can't believe I just watched this. Yeah. What the fuck did I just watch? It's not the worst film I've ever seen in my life. It's definitely probably the worst comic book film I've ever seen. It's definitely up there, at least. I don't know if it's number 1, but it's definitely up there. Like top 10, top 5 worst comic book films I've ever seen. So this is the film I've never liked at all. I can laugh at it because it's so bad. Is it so bad it's good? I don't freaking know. I can watch it, but I think I'd rather watch it alone. Because if I watch it with other people, I'll just be feeling kind of like this is so cringeworthy. It's kind of embarrassing. Unless people just want to laugh along with me, you know. It's just such a bad movie. It's not good at all. And yeah, this is my, movie review of Batman and Robin. A rant. Definitely. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this movie review, and hope you guys have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Take it easy.